Hello, Aries. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. All right, Aries, so beautiful cards this week, but it could go either way. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled compassion, empathy, simpatico, and kindness. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled growth. Now, compassion very specifically states that somebody unexpected may be coming through to give you assistance that you didn't think would have compassion for you or what you're experiencing. Now, on the other hand, this could be you being the strong arms for somebody else. But with growth, it really speaks a lot to your character here. You're not just, looking at situations in a way where it's either I'm leaving or I'm staying. You're looking at your continued growth, and not just your own, but the growth of others as well. Growth is really about you taking a stand, living your truth now, becoming independent, and honoring that growth. Asking the question, what have I outgrown? And when you start asking that, the response that you're doing here is really good, and it's better for you. Now, I do think that some of you may be leaving a situation here because you realize that it is not going to continue your growth in the long run. And you may be meeting some opposition. And that may be where compassion is coming through. But again, here is your overall for the week. The Page of Pentacles, so maybe trying to get something going and get something started. The Pages, messengers, right? But it's also a naive energy. It's a new energy. But the thing with the Page of Pentacles is, first of all, you're talking about somebody who is very hardworking and very dependable. And this is really about somebody who is, taking some new information that is learned and applying it in a way that they see the growth that they want, right? So it's really about somebody making, their plans and their decisions a reality and being able to see it in the material sense. So wanting to get something started here, willing to put in the work that's necessary, but it may be because of, information or messages that are coming through. Now, for some of you, being the Page of Pentacles, we could be talking about, a new job, going back to school, because that is the student, right? Or a new position within an existing job here. But really wanting to make something reality. Now, in the past, the Knight of Wands. Okay, so one of the things that I talk about, especially when I'm teaching tarot, is the way that I see the progression from, the Page to the King as far as the court cards go. Pages, childlike energy, naive, not a lot of experience. And then you move into this teenage energy of the Knights, where they are still lacking in experience, but they think they know everything. So everything is taken to the extreme. I look at this more so as the action that somebody is taking. When you're looking at Aries and you're looking at the Knight of Wands as a past coming through, basically it's talking about you, boom, going after things. Not really thinking about what's going to happen later on. And again, not thinking about the consequences. But damn it, we're full of passion and we are on the move. And it's all about the experience and wanting to experience that passion, that continued fire. And that's the Knight of Wands. He's quick. As soon as he gets what he needs to experience out of something, he's off to the next. And this may have been the action that you've taken in the past. But things are changing now with the Page of Pentacles being here, because again, you're kind of going back to a new experience, but wanting to make something real. Oh, in the present, my God. The Page of Cups. So yes, there is definitely some new experiences going on for you, and it's no wonder why you're pulling on this energy of the Knight of Wands and wanting to right now, we need to make this real right now. The Page of Cups, though, in the present moment, this is the new emotional experience. It's also the expression of emotions. There's creativity here, but it could be somebody who's expressing the way that they feel, or you're doing this, and it's all new. These are all new emotions, right? The Page of Cups, again, there's the naive feeling here. I've never felt this way before, right? And wanting to make something out of it, and here you are yes, But I do think that your actions are changing because of this new feeling coming through. Wow. And that's good to see. Because normally with Aries, that new experience is only going to last so long. And when it starts to drain out or fizzle out, you're on to the next. Because Aries cannot stay in a situation where there is not continued excitement and passion. When you're looking at the Eight of Pentacles and future conditions, you're busting your ass here. And you're really wanting to make something a reality for yourself. And again, for some of you, it could be a new job here. But with the Eight of Pentacles, you're really focused. You're really focused. And then not only that, but this is somebody who knows what they're doing. When you move to the 3 and then go into the 8 with the Pentacles, you're looking at somebody who's initially showing off what their skills are. Here, you know what you're doing because you've been working at it for a while, which is good to see. You're willing to put forth the effort here. But I'm still looking at this going, what's this all about? Because we could break this down as far as a job and you feeling really good about it and it being a new experience. But, we're talking about emotions here. And then you have compassion, which makes me wonder if you don't have somebody coming through that is like, saying something to you that you may never have heard or experienced or felt before that's making you stop for a minute and stop like rushing and like really wanting to put in the effort. Your best path to follow. The 9 of Cups. You need to think about what is really going to make you happy. And not just what is going to make you happy in the moment, but what is going to make you happy in the long run. What is actually going to fulfill you? What is going to make you feel abundant? What do you really want? When you get a new experience, you're like in it. Right? But you don't really think about what that means in the long term. And again, the Knight of Wands coming through. So I think, the advice here with the 9 of Cups is, yes, you can definitely have your wishes fulfilled here, but what does that mean for you? What do you really want? And what you really want right now is for something to get going. Like you're wanting to have it start. The emotions are great and everything, and I think that you're really working at this and trying to make this a reality here, but, I still wonder. In your environment, the 6 of Cups. So now, one of the things that I find interesting about this deck is this card. You see this woman clearly walking away from her childhood thoughts and feelings and emotions and all that stuff, right? All those ideas and the way that things were. She's walking away from that now and obviously has grown and learned from past experiences here and is moving into the future. Now, with the 6 of Cups, we could definitely be talking about something from the past that's coming back through in a new way, with the Page of Cups being connected to this. But emotional connection. And then when we look back at your past, you're looking at the Knight of Wands. So this may have been a situation or a person that you may have had a lot of passion for. And it's like, it's all like coming right back up. I don't see it as a bad thing. I think it's really, really good. I don't think that you're stuck in the past. I think that the past coming back through right now is probably something that you need. Your hopes and your fears, the 6 of Pentacles. So, and that I think speaks more to you in hoping that you're going to be able to give in the same amount as the other person if we're talking about a relationship here. The equal give and take. But again, compassion. Having somebody come through to give you assistance, or you doing this for somebody else, right? The giving and the receiving. If you're abundant, it's important to share that wealth, right? If you feel like you're really good as far as, emotions go, right? Share the love. You know what I'm saying? But again, it feels more so that I think that you're hoping that you're going to be willing to put in what you need to. But with the 8 of Pentacles coming out here, I think that's a good indicator that there's going to be a lot of effort put through, but I don't think that it's a one-sided thing. Oh, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The Two of Cups. Yes. Yes. And you have the Six and you have the Page. Yes. You know, this is a really strong emotional connection here. Now, for some of you, right, what I look at when it comes to the kings and the queens, I look at not just, you know, the person that may be coming through here, but the personality of the card is what's important to me. And not just, you know, as far as the personality of the other person, but what you're taking on because of the energy of this person. So with the Queen of Swords, we could be talking about another person here. And you could be looking at an air sign. But I think that with the Seven of Pentacles here, you may be looking at this person differently. I feel like in the past, they may have been like kind of cold, kind of blunt, you know, straight to the point. We may be talking about a person here that may have been through some difficulties with relationships in the past. You know, they may have recently gone through a breakup or something, or this may be you going through this here. But we're looking at things differently with the Seven of Pentacles regardless. Reevaluating things, right? Reevaluating things and then wanting to move away from any kind of conflict. So this could be a situation here where either you or the other person may have some issues with the past that kind of need to be moved away from, right? But again, with the Seven of Pentacles, especially if this is somebody from the past coming back through, it's looking at the possibility of the situation in a different way. You know, and that points me right back to the Page of Pentacles and wanting to make this a reality where it may not have been possible before because of whatever this person or you were going through. Wow. All right. We're going to take a look at the soul trees and see what other messages there are for you guys. And then we're going to take a look at Whispers of Love. And then freedom. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so allow things to unfold the way they need to. Don't force anything to happen. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's damn cold. But anyway, magic. Seeing the magic in life and seeing the magic in the situation and having it in your life. It's such a wonderful thing. When we become adults, we get so weighed down by the everyday bullshit that we forget to see, you know, the awe in the world around us, in the people around us, right? And how things happen and how some things just feel like it's like magic, right? But freedom is good to see. That means that to me, not just you, but the other person here is, you know, finding a new sense of freedom, especially with an emotional connection here where you may have been like through a really difficult past, you or the other person, right? But you have a new sense of freedom here because of the magic that's coming through and you need to allow it. I love your readings, Aries. And then have patience. Love is patient and kind always. Yeah, you know, and you don't need to do the run-in with passion and then let it fizzle out and then be gone. You know, but it brings me back to allow. Like you need to allow this to unfold. Don't be too quick to like force something to happen. But, you know, also have patience. Have patience if somebody is like being hesitant as far as like needing to express the way that they feel about you. You know, they may be looking at things differently now and needing to express it in a different way. And I think that, you know, with the two of these showing up, it may be one of those things where you're like, come on already. Say what you got to say. You know, but the best thing to do here, especially with the way that you're coming out, is just, you know, have patience and hear them out. You know, let them take their time as far as like needing to express how they feel. But not bad, Aries. And this is good to see, especially after, you know, this like really massive full moon we just had. It seemed like everybody was having such a difficult time, and I'm hoping that it cleared things up. And you look good, and your relationships look like they're taking a turn for, you know, something better to happen here for you. Okay, Aries, so now, and God, I love your readings. With the Two of Cups coming out of this and with the Queen of Swords, though, you know, again, there's a need here for you to just kind of be patient, right? And listen as this person may be expressing the way that they feel. And again, with the Page of Cups, it's like brand new, right? But then I also think that, you know, the more that I look at this combo here, and then I look at the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, this may be, you know, the other person here that needs to start putting in the effort.
And maybe that's what you're hoping for. I mean, as far as you've got a good indicator going on here, but I do think that somebody is wanting to get something going here. And I do think that there is a passion for this, and again, the past coming back through, which is a possibility for some of you, and looking at this new experience here. But I do think that you're looking at the situation and possibly the person differently based on what they're telling you with the Seven of Pentacles. But we got to get away from conflict here before, this magic can kind of come in. Now, allow magic and allow freedom into your life. I love that you pulled these. The more that I look at this and the more that I think that things are changing as far as, again, the emotional communication that's going on here, I think that it's you. I think that it's you being the compassionate one and allowing, a relationship possibly to grow with somebody from the past. But again, you got to have patience. It may be like, come on now, because I think that's what you're used to doing with the Knight of Wands coming through, which is fine. But I do think that there's still a lot of passion here, possibly involving somebody from the past. But just have patience while they're trying to communicate to you and make sure you're listening.